The second movie for Word Chapter 4, so this is Pause and Practice 4.2, or 4-2. In the last movie, in Pause and Practice 4-1, we created this Placer Hills Belief System table at the end of our document. So we're going to continue working on this. So the first thing is apply styles and option and a table style. So this is where we'll have to see whether the Mac has the same things or if we'll have to modify. But I'm thinking we have it. So all right. So select the table. So remember, we go to that little square with the crosshairs with the arrows on it. Okay. Click the Table Tools Design. So let's go ahead and do that. So there's Table Design, right? And right here we're going to see the layouts. So all right, select the header row. We got that. Banded row, got that. First column. So those for me were all selected, and I suspect they'll be that way for you also. Okay. Click the More button in the Table Styles group. So that's this little down arrow. So we're going to bring up our whole gallery. We want to find Grid, Table 5, Dark, Accent 3. So it's this green one. We're going to click on that. Now our table is going to take on that style. So now what we want to do is apply a custom top and bottom border. So we're going to just select the first, be in this first row. And we want to find the borders button. And from here, it looks a little different than what we see here, but we can get to the same thing. So border style, right? We're going to do black. So let's click on that. We're going to do black. 1.5. So we're going to click on that. 1.5. Black, 1.5. The solid line. So that's good. And then we're going to go to this little border button here. And we're going to come down to borders and shading. So now we get to something very similar to what we see over here. So I should have done this first. So we're going to do black, 1.5 points, and we want to change this to cell, and we only want it applied at the top. So we're going to get rid of these. All right, so it's going to apply. Move that. Make sure I got this. Black, text 1, 1.5 point, solid line, and do the top boundary. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click OK. And so now we have a border at the top. And I have let's see. Just double check that is the right size. Borders. Border and shading, 1.5 points. Yep, it is correct. Okay, so now we're going to go the bottom row of the table, borders, borders, borders and shading. Okay, so color, black, width, 1.5, solid line, which it is, and then we're going to click only this bottom one, and it is the cell. So okay, so now we have a black border on the bottom. Okay, so vertically align text in the cell. Select the entire table, and then we want to go to Table Tools, Layout, Table Group, and find Table Properties. So let's open that up. So we're going to click over to Layout, Properties. So from this property, I forget exactly. Shoot, Helen. So So let me do that. So now we have properties here. So we're going to do properties, cell, and then center in the vertical alignment. Okay. So now if you look at these, the space above and below them, they're centered vertically. Okay. All right. So now we're going to select the first row. And let's go home. And then let's see here, format, font. That's the way I probably would get there. So format, font, and then let's see what we can get here. So all caps, 12. Let's do black text 1. So let me see if I got them all. So size is 12. Font color is black text 1. All caps. Okay. And there we go. All right. Select the first column, not including the title. So we're just going to click these. And then we got to go back there. So, you know, on the Mac, we don't have the dialog box launcher. So we're going to come up here to Format, Font. And on this one, we're going to do, what does it say? Small caps. And that's all we changed to that. So now our first column, the text is small caps. All right. So I'm going to do a save here real quick. And then we're going to go up to the beginning. So I'm going to turn my, oops, what happened? That's a bummer. Okay. Dang it. Okay, let me pause this. Okay, I found a spot here. So, you know what I did? I clicked on this. That's why. It kind of freaked me out there a minute. I'm sorry. Yeah, I clicked on that. That's what it went to that. Because Prentice Hill is, oh Lord. Okay. So sorry. Okay, so we're going to convert. So what I want to do here is turn this on. So I want you to see how there's these arrows between the first of the text and then the next. That tells me that when somebody typed this, a tab was entered between these, and that's going to come into play. So I'm going to select phone through the website that I went to. We're going to do insert, table, convert text to a table, and then here's where we care about what the character was between. This, having a tab is what's going to separate it into one column and a second column. So auto fit to contents, and then make sure it says tab. So we're going to go ahead and do OK. So now that text was converted to a table, and we're going to play with that, and we're going to use it, set it up. It's going to be a table, but it's not really going to look like a table, but it's a nice way to format things. So the first thing we're going to do is remove all borders. So with the table selected, we're going to go to borders, borders, and do no borders. So now we have nothing around it. With the table still selected, click the border, and then borders, top border, border, bottom border. Okay, so borders, top, borders, bottom. So now we have a border at the top and the bottom. Still have it selected, so we're going to click shading, and we're going to find olive green, accent 3, 80% lighter. I'm going to click on that. So now behind there, it is done. So that is the end of the second pause and practice. Okay, so go ahead and save it. So we have this table all done, and then this text converted and formatted to a table. So the next movie will start on Word Chapter 4, Pause and Practice 3. All right, guys, thank you.